Ella Kinzert will get us underway. Sheffield United captain. And we are indeed underway at Ashton Gate. Very smart early ball, actually. Pre-match, both managers talking about being quick, being aggressive to the ball. Here's Lloyd Smith, smart little toe poke. The pressure on that Bristol City left-hand side. The ball back from Duffer is picked up nicely by the goalkeeper. City struck. Calm in that Bristol City back line as always. Straight away you can see the momentum from both of these two sides. It's not a particularly slow start to this game at all. Good battle on the halfway line. Sliding challenge that is dealt with well actually by Reeville. She'll jog back to the Sheffield United back line. Mary Ward. Ball is given away. Throw in as one. Unbeaten in 5, Sheffield United, which in the WSL 2 is a very, very good record. And you just think about where they finished last season. They've bitten your hand off for this at this point. Here's Lexi Lloyd-Smith, though. That's a lovely ball. That's an absolutely excellent ball from Lloyd-Smith. Chance edge of the 6-yard box is well blocked. But that was a wonderful through ball from Lexi Lloyd-Smith. Lauren Thomas able to track the run and block the shot. Did very well there, Thomas, but this is brilliant from Lloyd-Smith. Ferrugia eventually stopped. 2 minutes in, best chance of the game by far. In comes that corner, edge of the 6-yard box, strong head away. Andrews will try and chase it down. Lofted back, and it initially looked like 1 or 2 were offside. Cowan's not going to take any kind of risk with that, and quite rightly. So he struck. See what the angle ball was trying, but it's going to drift away for a goal kick. Well, we are, of course, around the halfway point now in the WSL 2. Charlotte Healy, you often think, does want to entertain as much as she wants to win the points. The Bristol City side have certainly been doing both. 3 points off second place Birmingham coming into today. Everyone at the moment trying to catch the unbeaten Charlton. That's a very poor pass. That's a very, very dangerous here. Chance for Bristol City, who take the lead. And Sheffield United have made a rod for their own back. Very, very messy. And Emily Syme has steered the ball home with an absolute beauty. Created so many chances that weren't taken against Charlton. Has taken her own today. And the Bristol City captain has capitalised on some Sheffield United silliness. Curling it past Rodgers. I mean, getting the ball is one thing. A first-time finish like that is another. And Shan Rodgers' head in her hands. Concedes her 3rd goal of the season. And Bristol City have a very early lead here at Ashton Gate. And while they've looked good, you do feel that Sheffield United have only themselves to blame there. That was an exceptional first-time finish. Andrews will stretch for it. He's going to jump and drop for her anyway. Andrews is going to try from range. It's initially looked very good there for Amy Andrews. She's more than capable of converting from there. Just a quick word back there to Bristol City. I mean, despite that poor game against Forest, Amy Andrews, she's been absolutely brilliant this season. I think for a second, Fran Bentley would have been fairly concerned. And now Sheffield United are trying to put pressure on that Bristol City back line from the goal kick. Ward, chased by two, can't keep it in. Devlin. Typical tricky play from Charlie Devlin. Over the throw. Struck just coming across to deal with things. When Devlin gets going, she's tough to stop. Albeit on that occasion, play is stopped as the ball hits her arm. Well, we do see week in, week out some brilliant goals in this division. And the way that Emily Syme took that was unbelievable. One of her 3 goals this season, Devlin perhaps matched that, but she's just so good, so quick. Direct, smart with the ball at her feet. Real terror to back lines. Ball flicked on. Goal scorer Syme will chase it. Sheffield United just about deal with it. Mary Ward and Sophia Rourke just slowing each other down there. It's really interesting. Rourke was talking about how, off the back of last season, even disappointing draws are actually a real positive for Sheffield United, and she's, I think, completely right. This is a different side this season. Here she is again, O'Rourke. Finds Devlin. Ball has stayed in play first time, doesn't second. O'Rourke just blowing the whistle again. At the moment, the game just being slowed fairly often by some silly challenges. Not that I think Bristol City will be too concerned by that. Attempted ball over the top was not too far away. Nice play from the Blades to bring it forward. Devlin's drifted to that right-hand side. Now Andrews thought about it, won't go for it. And instead, down this right-hand side, the Blades can continue. Devlin's offered a little bit of support here. Need a little bit more support. In the end, the goal kick is conceded. Luke Thomas may have expected a bit more help on that right-hand side. His job as interim head coach continues to go very, very well indeed. Lauren Thomas, I think herself, saying she was a tad isolated there. Nice football from the Robins. Very nice football. And here comes Syme. In again here. Tries with the right boot this time. And Rogers gets on top of it. Despite Rio Hardy charging in. Just drove on here, Syme. Was blocked well late on. It was always going to be difficult from that angle. 10 minutes gone. Bristol City 1, Sheffield United 0. 4th minute, Emily Syme goal. Ward, smart pass, and same could be said there for Syme. Duffer rolls it out to this left-hand side now, and it's passed even further left. Lloyd Smith in the centre here. Still going. Ball into a dangerous position again towards Hardy. Is it taken before she can get to it? Devlin will put the pressure on, and actually has done very well to win the throw there, Devlin. We just saw again how quickly Bristol City can change the flow of a game. Flicking a switch sometimes. Maria Ferrugia, who was absolutely excellent, by the way, on international duty. Goal and assist against Croatia for her. Getting all kinds of award nominations as well. Has been nominated for the PFA WSL 2 Fans Player of the Month as well for last month. There's no doubt that Ferrugia has had a brilliant season so far. It's a little awkward. Ball swung to this left-hand side. And again, Bristol City going to try and come forward with this. Syme, who's having a very good game so far. In the end, the free kick conceded. And that seems to be the most common phrase in this game so far. Lafayette, the guilty party on this occasion. Just tracked that run and in the end caught Ward. Undoubted free kick, to be fair to Abby Lafayette. She quite understandably didn't complain. And now she's organising that back line from this set piece. Into the penalty area. It's a dangerous ball in, actually. And Sian Rogers just watched it wide, the goalkeeper. Decent ball in. I mean, there's plenty of bodies in there who could have got a touch to that as well. Flick up. Andrews involved to win it, roll it towards Rouse. Lafayette's pass is actually quite a smart one, and this could be a good chance here for Sheffield United to create something down this right-hand side. Devlin in support, it's gone to Charlie Devlin. She's got some pressure on here, it's a strong challenge. It's a very good challenge from Lawley. We get a high five from Fran Bentley. Devlin's going to need a moment. Ball through to her was excellent. Lovely little touch through from Thomas. And it was risky, but it was pulled off with aplomb by Gemma Lawley. And of course, all those years with Birmingham City. 7 seasons, I think, in total with Birmingham. And now here come Bristol City again. This game wide open at the moment. Little toe poke through. There is a spare Robbins player on the left-hand side in Ferrugia. Lexi Lloyd-Smith still going, tries to curl it. Out for the corner kick. Ferrugia was an awkward option for sure. And what's Fabio Rock doing here? He's going to have a word and a card for somebody. The referee. I think it's Jess Rivel he's given it to. We will confirm that, but it certainly looks like Jess Rivel. It is, and it's for that challenge as well. Good advantage played, mind you. Lloyd-Smith in a decent attacking position. Well blocked in the end by Cowan. Bristol City corner kick. And it comes, it's not, and it's cleared off the line. It's still not away. Syme tries another curler. It's away this time. And now, the Sheffield United free kick, my word. Bristol City inches away from a second. It just bounces. I mean, almost nothing the defender knew about it, other than good positioning. Straight off the defender. And Jess Revel, I think, needing to take a quick breath here. Tad frustrated. Back to Revel. Awkward for Rouse. Again, Sheffield United, just a couple of risky passes. Little layoff from Devlin. Ball straight out. Well, it should be 2-0 to the Robins here. Bit of miscommunication again, and Rouse, I think, needed the shout, or perhaps even needed to make the shout. Lafayette will pass to the left-hand side. And launch down that left-hand side. Again, picked up well. And rolled back toward the goalkeeper. Not yet made a save, of course. Sean Rogers. Again, Sheffield United just a little bit awkward with the way that Bristol City push. It's a risky strategy, this one. Jess Revel is, I think, still very, very frustrated. He won the free kick on that occasion. Second spell now, of course, with the Blades. Spent 3 years away and has returned and looks very, very smart. She was with the club when she was, what, 15? Mr. Morgan just chuckling away. That's going to be too early and I think too long as well down that right-hand side. He's been busy so far, the referee. A lot of fouls given for 18 minutes of football. Flicked on for Syme to try and chase. Up against Lafayette. Lafayette loses out, and the first touch there is an absolutely excellent one from Lexi Lloyd-Smith. This is where you do not want to see it. If you're an opposing player, Lloyd-Smith's ball in is a brilliant one as well. Farrugia will chase it down. And collected as well, Maria Farrugia. Thought about going from range, was well challenged initially. And then Tilly Bristow somewhat tumbled on top of it. Big day for Tilly Bristow. 18-year-old, she's obviously been involved in some of the Subway Women's League Cup action. She's had a number of cameos as well, but out from the start today. Hardy, Ingle, Lawley. Struck. Plenty in that side who are very, very good in the air for Bristol City. Sharon Rogers trying to get the wall generally in line. It's clipped towards the edge of the 6-yard box once again. Flanked up by Lawley. Comprehensively cleared. And now a bit of pressure on here as well from Andrews. Not been too involved in the game so far. It's something that the manager's going to want to see change. Luke Turner picks up, of course, the job at the end of September and has continued to do well with it, but at the moment, his side are having to deal with an awful lot of Bristol City chances. Hardy just manages to get a touch to it, I think, one or two of the players. Back we come again into the penalty area left-hand side, and a unconvincing ball in from Defer. And Lafayette now is just taking, I think, briefly a pew. I mean, she is extraordinary, Defer. A moment of brilliance, of course. She helped Algeria qualify for AFCON. Unbelievable goal against Cameroon in that one. I do urge you to go and seek that one out if you can. Capable of real magic, Marine Defer. Yes, Luke Turner won't be hugely happy with, at times, how much pace, particularly down his side's left-hand side, having to deal with. Syme causing real problems whenever the ball at her feet at the moment. Van Devlin with the pass, cut out ahead of Rouse, and again now Sheffield United on the back foot a little bit. Good pressing has put an end to that. Struck. Ward. That's well blocked, and now a chance for the Blades. Little touch from Kinzet. Not been massively involved so far. Here's Devlin. That is a fair and very good challenge as well from Defer. Now here come the Robins once more. Hardy. Still with Rio. Hardy gets away from two of them expertly. Tried the awkward ball. That's exactly what Ferrugia was saying to it. Would have been incredible if it had come off, but perhaps going a little bit further wide to that left-hand side would have benefited this side a little bit more. Rivel. Lafayette. Rivel launches it. Dealt with by Stroke. It comes straight back. Well, as you can see from those match stats there, Bristol City have had absolutely the more of the game, not just a goal. They've had one cleared off the line. Possession has been not too far away from identical, but again, those key passes, that's a key stat, of course. Sharon Rogers at the moment, key player, just struggling a little bit with that ankle. So Sharon Rogers is just going to get a little bit of treatment. Charlotte Parker-Smith, of course, the player, if required, who would replace her. A few words from both management teams. These a little stronger than perhaps the preceding ones on the other side of the halfway line. Comes, of course, from a footballing family, Luke Turner. Danielle Turner, of course, playing her trade at Melbourne, was at Villa for a long time as well, a real leader. Danielle Turner. And this is, at the moment, a little bit concerning, I think, for the Blades boss, albeit I think he'd be slightly delighted to see that. And as mentioned, coming into today, there was an offer on tickets for grassroots teams. I think it was buy your tickets before Monday. There's a chance of winning prizes and merchandise and meeting some of the Bristol City players as well. Further evidence of the support system around these WSL and WSL2 teams. Rogers fine for now. And Charlotte Parker-Smith, who's on the bench, has played plenty of football this season. She's started 5 games this term and has conceded a fair few goals, but I think barring that Sunderland performance at the very start of the season, Parker-Smith, she's actually gone okay. Sharon Rogers, thankfully, I think, for the management team, looks okay as well. Back underway. Lovely turn. And on that occasion, Bristow is the one who's fouled, and in fact, Syme will now head into the book. Yellow card for each now. And Fabio Rock has refereed 2 WSL2 games this season. 6 cards in both. We're at 2 already here, 26 minutes in, almost 27. If you told Emily Syme she'd score that goal and get booked today, she'd probably have taken that. Such a lovely finish for that Bristol City opener. Ball launched forward. Might actually land here as well. Chance for a free kick. Not given by the referee. Lovely turn from Lloyd Smith, and that ball is absolutely superb if Farrugia can get to it. Not quite. It was the right idea. Very much the right idea. Look at this from the Robins, straight at Sheffield United, and the ball's in their possession. That was lovely from Lloyd Smith. Reeville to Cowan. Lovely cut in. This is nice from the Blades. Rouse will chase it back again and has done brilliantly to win it. Lafayette. Ward will get a hold of it. And that is excellent play from Bristol City under Sheffield United pressure. And they then win themselves a free kick as well. Sophie O'Rourke. Not shy of a strong challenge. Had a good season, actually, O'Rourke. Pressure on Defoe. Will find its way nicely to this left-hand side. Morgan's ball is An optimistic one. A little bit messy on the halfway line. I think the referee attempted to play advantage there, but the window was short enough to bring it back once Sheffield United didn't have it. Devlin. Under some pressure here, Charlie Devlin has done incredibly well despite that pressure. Needs to release the ball down this left-hand side and has done so. Devlin's done well, gets it back. Pass is a poor one. And the turn from Lloyd Smith is not a poor one. That one, looking for Farrugia though, is. Revel looking to get on with it. Fayette. O'Rourke. Pretty much for her to do. Well, heading towards the end of the 32nd minute. Bristol City leading. That 4th minute curler from Emily Syme. One cleared off the line for the Robins as well. Sheffield United, as of yet to properly challenge Fran Bentley. Lafayette's header. It's a good one as well. Devlin. There is a couple of options behind her. And she's won the free kick. A real chance this for Sheffield United to finally challenge Robin's goal. Lafayette and Devlin. Looks like it's going to be Charlie Devlin who will take sole responsibility here. Devlin. It is Devlin who lofts it up. Cleared away by the first player it finds. Defer. Devlin's ready, picks it back up here. Andrews. Flag has gone up. Smarter intent, at least, from the Blades. We mentioned last season, of course, and how much they struggled towards the bottom of the WSL 2, or the Women's Championship as it was last season. 7 points in total garnered last year. They're already well above that, of course. As things stand, they're on 12, and that is, no matter how you spin it, a huge improvement on last season. 3 wins, 3 draws and 4 losses. Again, as things stand, Revel will pick it up. Oh, that's a smart piece of play from Jess Revel. Room to run as well for the centre-back. Revel still going here. And actually wins aside a corner kick with some brilliant play. We've seen a few centre-backs across the league this season charge down that right-hand side and put a great ball in. Amy Goddard, one who jumps to mind a couple of weeks ago, her brilliant assist for Atlanta Primus. Centre-back just marauding forward and getting a great ball in from that right-hand side. On this occasion, at least, Revel wins the corner for her team. Lafayette Corner on this side is very much in her wheelhouse. Lafayette's ball in towards the back post. It's dealt with. Devlin will try and get it back in as well. It's going to drop for a teammate, eventually hacked away. O'Rourke. Devlin just tries to skip it through. Ward stands firm. Devlin, O'Rourke in support. It's not going to get to her, it's going to find Rouse instead. Devlin just tried to poke it through. Much better these last few minutes from Sheffield United. I'll just say that is a poor pass, and Ward can in fact release Farrugia. That is a brilliant ball to this left-hand side. Cowan with her every step of the way, defended it well, but still got some pressure to deal with here. Does very well up against Morgan. In the end, Sheffield United should get this clear, and a real hats off to Leanne Cowan, because that really could have escalated quickly. And potentially a little bit of a coming together elsewhere to deal with. Charlie Devlin, Mari Ward, just having maybe slightly more than words, which is what Fabio Rock is dealing with here as well. Fair to the referee. That's just helped to diffuse things a little bit. You do feel, I know we've got an entire second half and change to come yet, but do feel the probability of more goals in this game. Big chance of one here, which is hit from range, but never dangerous. Nothing really for Sian Rogers to deal with there. Again, some very risky play from Sheffield United, which again has seen them surrender the ball. Syme, lucky enough that it comes back to them. Andrews will chase it up against Ward. She's not slow, Amy Andrews, but that might be just too far away from her. Sophie Ingle. It's had a good game. Just got under that one a little bit. Not too far away from the last 5 minutes of normal time in this game at Ashton Gate. We've had a fair few good moments. We've had one brilliant goal. At the moment, Bristol City lead. Smart play from Ward, just a cut inside here. Syme to her right-hand side. There's a few to her left as well. Ball through for Syme is just overhit. Maybe just hung on to it a little bit too long there. Mari Ward. Start of the season was on all kinds of top 10 young players to watch lists. Been very consistent so far. You'd argue to this point those lists correct. And again here, the Blades, it is a tactic that is just not working for them really at the moment. It's pressure time after time. Devlin's turned into trouble. Lafayette. Smart play from RB Lafayette there. Bristow. Andrews loses the ball. With Ward. Down this right-hand side, and Lafayette battling with her. And marshalling it very, very well, RB Lafayette. Just put her body right across, and yeah, excellent work from the defender. Ward continuing to look dangerous. For the first time in a while, Sheffield United launch it forward. Syme. Support on the right-hand side. Ward's name yet again cropping up. Good defending, though, from Rouse, and that actually might be a very, very good ball for Amy Andrews to chase here. She's by herself. It's Amy Andrews into the penalty area, still going, Andrews. Referee not interested. That is a warning for Bristol City, though. No question, a warning. And that is a ball very well won by Bristow. Kinzet. Devlin. Nice work. There needs to be a few more white shirts in that penalty area. Towards Andrews, but too high for her. There has been definite improvement as the first half has gone from the away side. They're still trailing. She has had a really good season, Amy Andrews. Did really well here. Struck got across, Morgan got across. It's a question that was very quickly answered by the referee. Slammed up. Andrews didn't know too much about it before Bristol City had the ball back. Defer. It's a lovely pass from Defer. Syme. That's a dangerous one if not dealt with, but it is. Finds Lafayette. And a big burst again. Nice play from Bristow. Got Andrews in support. It's with Amy Andrews. Devlin's unmarked in the centre, and just as she peeled away, Morgan continued to go through the middle. Andrews tried for goal. I think I said unmarked, but I think what I meant was getting freer. She peeled away a little bit from Morgan. Couple of good minutes there for Amy Andrews. Lafayette, smart little touch. The attempt at winning the throw-in has bounced back against the blades there. You just worry about these clever through balls, don't you? Because they worked again here. Rio Hardy charging in here. Rio Hardy onto the left boot, and simple enough for Rodgers. 5 goals this season for Rio Hardy, bracing that 7-goal haul against Ipswich. One of a number actually of Scottish players who came south of the border in the summer. With the likes of McAloney and Ferguson and plenty more. Nice touch this left-hand side for O'Rourke, whose ball is always going to be too strong for Andrews. We'll find out shortly the added time here. In fact, we'll find out immediately. 3 minutes will be added to this first half.
That's 3 additional minutes.
Ingle. Well read by Rouse. This ball towards Andrews is a smart one as well if she can get a hold of it. Swung in towards initially no one in particular, but it still creates a bit of a problem. Rouse challenged, finds the pass to Devlin. Again, who finds a lovely ball into a dangerous position. Is this going to drop for a blade here? It's not, cleared away by Struck. And it's been a half of two halves, with Sheffield United looking a great deal better as the clock has ticked. Said he struck it really well there. Throw laid off well by Kinzer. That's a brilliant touch from Ella Kinzer. Cleared away. Some late first half pressure here from the Blades. Lafayette. Almost got there with the swing, and in fact it might drop for a blade as well. It doesn't. And the free kick is conceded by Thomas. The WSL experience, of course, for Lauren Thomas. Not made a great deal of a mark so far this season. I imagine will become more and more important as the season ticks over, mind you. Throw in one. We're into the final minute of added time of this first half. Bristol City 1, Sheffield United 0. Rouse. Will somehow find its way through the legs, but slammed clear by Lawley. Understandably, Sheffield United wanting to get on with it here. Morgan can clear it. Hardy will try and get a hold of it. Reeville's done well. And that will be the end of the opening half of this game. The telling moment so far came in the 4th minute with Emily Syme. Beautiful goal. First time strike curler, which left Sian Rogers with absolutely no chance whatsoever. They had one cleared off the line as well, Bristol City. She'll be, I'm sure, looked at by the medics at half-time as well, Sian Rogers. There's no doubt, though, that Sheffield United in the second half did start to improve, did start to look dangerous, did ask questions of Bristol City as well. As I said a few moments ago, it doesn't feel like the scoring in this game is done yet. At half-time, it's Bristol City 1, Sheffield United 0. Don't forget, you can watch every single Barclays WSL 2 game on this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Barclays WSL 2. We'll bring you tomorrow night's action, of course, as well, between Newcastle and Southampton. But in this one, this Sunday afternoon, we're back underway. Launched forward. Might actually land here for Andrews. Bounces right off it. Devlin gets the body in and rolls it to Andrews. There is an option for a ball. It might be a very good one as well. It's expertly cut out. Really good defending from the Dane there, because that ball was almost perfect. Pressure still on, though, from Sheffield United. Devlin tries to chase it down. Gemma Lawley clips it forward. Done very well to find Lexi Lloyd-Smith. And now it's Bristol City who have a chance to drive on, but ball is very well read, and Lafayette can just help to deal with it here and just slow things down a little bit. It's going to be hard to potentially breach that Bristol City goal. I mean, only Charlton have kept more clean sheets than Bristol City this season. Charlton with the 6 and Bristol City with the 3. The Blades might be able to just lean into the fact that they do tend to create plenty of shots, and in particular shots on target, averaging about 4.4 a game at the moment, so they know they can do it. Ball down this right-hand side. Only 2 white shirts in the centre. Now 3, because there's one at the back post, and it's a bit of a messy touch. And a very, very frustrated Sophie O'Rourke as well. She came from absolutely nowhere there, O'Rourke. Maybe even surprised her, the ball coming to her. Good play from Lauren Thomas, this. Over the head of Andrews, and then suddenly, yeah, just bounces off Sophie O'Rourke. Kick to the ground with frustration as well. Sheffield United have certainly shown plenty of attacking endeavour early doors. Rose trying to go into it. Still going, but gives the ball away in the end to Esther Morgan. And then Bristol City return the favour. Kinzit to Rouse. Andrews wants it left-hand side from O'Rourke and gets it. Wins the throw as well. This is certainly a very energetic start to the second half from Sheffield United. Lafayette. Ball intercepted. She'll pick it back up, and is there some space here for the Blades? Devlin left-hand side. There needs to be more Sheffield United players in the centre here. Still with Charlie Devlin. Still with Devlin, who'll go for goal. It's stopped first time by the goalkeeper, up from Thomas. Drilled back toward the goal and well blocked. May well have been that Fran Bentley actually made things a little bit worse there. Either way, her side escaped with the ball, and now might be able to do something with it. Ingle left it. Sophie Ingle again. Rouse will try and chase this down. It's switched left-hand side. Next, Lloyd Smith just has it bounce off her. She'll get it back, though. It's Lloyd Smith who tries a long-range effort. It's a stunning goal. That is absolutely outrageous from Lexi Lloyd Smith. She lost out to Mary Corbin for last month's goal of the month. I dare say she'll get a second bite of the cherry when we see December's list. That is unbelievable from Lexi Lloyd Smith. It really is. The 22-year-old may have got it back with a slice of luck, but there is no luck involved in that one. My word, what a goal. And Bristol City now have a 2-goal lead at Ashton Gate. And I think we're going to see that goal plenty of times between now and the end of the season as well. What a strike from Lexi Lloyd Smith. Well, it says Ferrugia there, but it is undoubtedly Lexi Lloyd Smith's goal. Well, I think it's going to take Sheffield United a moment or two to perhaps get over that one. Ferrugia, who did not score, has looked good, and there is confirmation of Lexi Lloyd-Smith's strike. As if we needed it, really. Here's Ward, right-hand side. And it continues to be a bit of a battle, with Ward and a number of Sheffield United players involved with Devlin in the first half, and already now with O'Rourke in the second. All dissipated quite quickly. Lafayette drops to the ground. What have Sheffield United got here to get back into this game? They've got time. They've got to start really asking questions of Fran Bentley, though. Brilliantly read. Bristol City, unsurprisingly looking confident here. Hardy. And now Farrugia can chase it. Oh, it's a real mess, but Sheffield United have managed to get away with it. Lloyd-Smith was charging forward as well. Thomas has done well off balance, wins the free kick. Well, have we just seen the goal of the season is the question, and there is a long old way to go. So Lloyd-Smith chasing it down. Rodgers, well, did enough. She might ask herself if she could have done better with the Lloyd-Smith goal. In truth, I don't know that she could have done. Absolutely ludicrous effort. Bentley's done well. Not had too much to do in the game so far, Fran Bentley. And now, another incident for Fabio Rock to deal with. Sophie Ingle called over. Two captains lurking as well. Handshake between the two ladies. And Ingle just perhaps a little frustrated at Bristow slowing things down. Or at least making them awkward for Bristol City from that throw. This is so far turning into a very, very good day for her. The scoreline here, and the scorelines elsewhere as well. Plenty of time, I suppose, for all three of those scorelines to change, but right now Bristol City looking full of confidence. Farrugia. Smart ball, that's a lovely turn from Bristow. Rouse. Nice play from the Blades here. Devlin got the option to the left-hand side and takes it with a lovely curling left-footed pass. 3-4 Sheffield United players in the centre. Andrews and Kinzet both lurking. Ball will go out of play. That's the exact kind of thing they need to do, though, Sheffield United. Start finding those gaps, start finding bursts of energy and pace, and this side of 5 unbeaten coming into today. This is always going to be a difficult game. He said it himself. First goal, really, Sheffield United hurt themselves with. And the second, well, just a slice of genius, really. Still interim head coach, of course, Luke Turner. And take over end of September, start of October from Ash Thompson. It's a strong challenge, advantage played, and rightly so from the referee. Bristol City still coming forward, sliding challenge from Bristow, but Robbins keep the ball, and Bristow is still going here. Did very, very well. Difficult sometimes at that age, at this stage of your career, to impose yourself on a game, but she's certainly had moments where she's done it. That kind of character. And that challenge from O'Rourke. A bit surprised there hasn't been any further discussion about that with the referee. They would have missed it. Slammed forward. Devlin is running a long, long way to put the pressure on. Morgan sweeps it. The little flick on was not far away from Hardy. Kinsit and Bristow, who yet again has done very well there. Bright spark in an otherwise fairly grey day so far for Sheffield United. Ball down this left-hand side. It's with Farrugia. You do wonder, after all the travelling that's left in her legs, looks okay at the moment. Lloyd Smith decides to swing one. It's a good ball as well. It's nodded down. And Reeve will get hold of it. Sure, the question ran very briefly through Lexi Lloyd-Smith's head there about trying again from that range. Wasn't too far away from where she scored. Ingles pass. There is a gap on that right-hand side for Bristol City. They've taken it. Ball is very well cut out by Lafayette. Andrews will chase it. Bristol City have done really well to really keep her impact limited in this game. Morgan. Picked up by Farrugia. Still with Maria Farrugia. It's a good ball in, and it's in the back of the net from Syme again. It is Bristol City domination. It is a brilliant piece of play from Farrugia, who gets her third assist of the season against a club she knows so well. At Sheffield United last season, hurting Sheffield United today. But Emily Syme gets a brace with a simple, powerful header. The day is getting worse for Sheffield United. It's only getting better for Bristol City. And they lead by 3-0 with 30 minutes and change to go. But the cross is an absolute beauty. Luke Turner might ask a little bit about the defending and the marking, where Syme was just pretty much completely free. Lovely play this from Farrugia. Just clips it up, and there's Syme inside the 6-yard box. O'Rourke immediately furious. The Bristol City captain unmarked and just slams the ball home. And it's hard to see the 3 points going anywhere other than to the hosts here. Maybe damage limitation for the Blades now. Question is, could it get worse? Ingle. Bristow again's done well. Kinsit. Sheffield United free kick, I think. And are we going to see some substitutions? Because I think it may well be time, in Charlotte Healy's eyes, to start changing things up a little bit. We are going to see some substitutions. But it's going to come firstly from Sheffield United. On comes Ahern. We'll be hoping to make an impact here. Alyssa Ahern, yet to start a game this season, was booked in her last outing against Liverpool in that 4-1 loss in the Subway Women's League Cup. It's not a bad ball in, that one. And it could still be dangerous here. Bristow lays it off. Back into a massive body, he's cleared away. And Andrews' attempted cross is a rash one. First change of the day is with Sheffield United. A lot of Sheffield United players scrambling to get back here. Lexi Lloyd-Smith immediately apologetic. She concedes the free kick. Have we just seen goal of the season today? That is the question. We've seen 3 very, very good goals. And yet even then hers stands out above the other 2. It'll touch the halfway line. Hardy just scoops it out to this right-hand side. Simon with a chance of a hat-trick here. Emily Syme, step over. Syme is brilliant last-ditch defending. Hardy pops it up, I think almost accidentally. Kins it back towards Rio Hardy. Ferrugia in low. And Devlin uses her body really well there. Robins have it back. Ferrugia. Brilliant defending. I think again from Bristow, who's had a brilliant second half despite her side's woes. Devlin cuts back. And now here's Hardy. Going to go from range again, but long way wide. They're desperate to test Rodgers. Rio Hardy's season so far, one of the league's top scorers, of course. 5 goals this season. Her former side Durham drawing 1-1 with Ipswich in the early kick-off today. Everything's just been a bit snappier from the hosts, a little bit sharper, a little bit more accurate. Everything just 10-15% better. Lovely turn from Syme, who's really up for this now. Emily Syme. Ferrugia. Maria Ferrugia will try from range. It's going to deflect wide. With so much international football as well, you do wonder if the tank might run out, but if it is going to run out, 3-0 up is a good place for it to do so. Trying to add a goal to her assist. Of course, she got a goal and assist against Croatia on international duty. Playing against the side she was at last season. .25 minutes, or just under, of normal time remaining. And look at those shots there, 13-6 for the hosts. Possession is perhaps more tight than it feels like it should be. The shots, the key passes, the on-target, it all just adds to that 3-0, doesn't it? Lovely turn. Again, Tilly Bristow, I think, has had a good game, albeit I may well have just jinxed her there. potential bright spark, but a grim day so far. We are going to see a couple of Bristol City changes in a moment as well. I think Vicky Losada is very close to making her way on. I think Harley Bennett as well will join us. It is Losada and Bennett. We'll see who for in just a moment. Struck will be the first player off to be replaced by Bennett. And Harley Bennett will come on with Losada. As mentioned, Vicky Losada coming on as well for Rio Hardy. Free kick given. Harley Bennett's played plenty of football this season. She will be, I'm sure, a very interesting addition to the rest of this game. And to be fair, Vicky Losada, absolutely superb in that 2-2 draw against Newcastle back in October. Nice to see her back among the action. Free kick here to Bristol City. Syme is over it. I've no doubt she'll be tempted. Hat-trick chances don't come along that often. Emily Syme. Seven inside the penalty area, one to the left-hand side in Farrugia. Syme's just tried a delicate little pass through. Lloyd Smith nods it into danger. Back towards Losada with her first touch of the ball. Sends it wide. Fascinating player, Marine Defer. To alternate between quietly pulling the strings and then just doing something loud and magnificent. But she's left that to Lexi Lloyd-Smith today. Here's Ward. Bentley, understandably in no rush. Syme back to that right-hand side and Ward. Here's Losada once more. Left-hand side for Farrugia. Losada once more. That's a really smart little pass, that one from Losada. In the end, though, Defoe can't get it into a dangerous position. A little bit of cramp will follow. Well, on for only a few moments. One momentarily dangerous shot. And one brilliant ball through. This was the strike a few moments ago. Lloyd-Smith jumped for it. It just dropped to Losada on the edge of the penalty area. It's always going to be pretty magical to find its way through or above all of those bodies. She's capable of it. Smart from Andrews. Rouse. Devlin. There is an option here, and it's a very good ball. Just maybe slightly overhit. And in fact, the flag is up anyway against Lauren Thomas. Better intent from the Blades, certainly. I think we're going to see some treatment here. And we are going to see Tammy George as well in just a second. Rattled the woodwork against Nottingham Forest. Had a strange up and down season, really. Beauty and the Beast kind of season. Brilliant some days and found it tricky others. It may be that the points, it probably is, that the points have gone here for Sheffield United. It's about how they finish, about how they perhaps improve what's likely to be a loss from this point. And Luke Turner. Well, a difficult chat for him with a few of his players. I think considerably easier for this lady, Charlotte Healy.
Replacement for Sheffield United in midfield.
Now
Matilda
Bristow, I should say, will come off here and be replaced by Tammy George. Well, you do feel, I've got to say, for Tilly Bristow, her first start, in particular in the second half, she's looked very, very good. Tammy George, who started the previous WSL 2 game, play the last 20 minutes of this one, having come on from the bench. Got 1 assist this season. Start the time on the field by trying to chase the ball down from this free kick. Rouse. Rogers asking for somewhere to go. Lafayette. Ball taken off the toe there. And now Bristol City can come forward again. Ward driving forward. That's a very, very good challenge. Pass a little bit more tricky. And in fact, the ball will still make its way back to Ward. The away side, but Mr. Ahern tracked the ball brilliantly there and put in a superb sliding challenge. And Fabio Rock is going to come across the book for Rougia here. Picks up her first yellow card of the season. Tammy George will chase it down and has actually won it. Can she keep it in play is the question. She did well there. She did well there, George. There was not too many in this centre, not too many expecting her to get a hold of the ball in the first place. Smart pass from Bentley. Morgan. And now a really good ball through for Farrugia to chase. Maria Farrugia. Oh, that's a lovely pass towards Sophie Ingle. Simon the centre. It comes across the edge of the 6-yard box. Farrugia will chase it down. Edge of the penalty area, just wide. Only just wide from Marine Defer. Ingle did well. Defer actually really nice to move the ball onto her left foot in the way that she did, but closed down quickly. Wide a goal it went. Marley Bennett just gets trapped a little bit under the ball, but no harm done. Ingle. Ball perhaps would have been better off left. Rouse. We'll keep chasing down Esther Morgan here. Maybe very shortly about to see Vera Jones. We'll see who for in just a moment. Charlotte Healy making another change here. I think we're not just going to see Vera Jones either, the loanee. Was exceptional against Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, Vera Jones. We see Ella Powell as well.
Bristol City, leaving the field, number 5, Sophie Ingle.
So Vera Jones will replace her. And we'll see Marie Ward as well, replaced by Ella Powell. We started the 3 games so far this season in the league. Good game back in September against Pompey. Might just see a little bit of a tactical formational tweak here from Charlotte Healy, we'll see. Made 4 of her changes now. Rouse has done well. Kinzet. 12 or so minutes to go here at Ashton Gate in what has been a very, very good goal-scoring performance from Bristol City. 7-4-0-3 over the last few WSL 2 games with what they've scored. And to be fair, we've had, for a variety of different reasons, 3 absolute belters in this game. Another change here for Luke Turner. Eva Butler looks to be coming on. It is in fact Eva Butler who will replace Lauren Thomas. Ball cut out. A little bit of pressure applied here from Sheffield United as Bristol City try and play their way away. Lafayette's read it nicely. Heavy touch from George. And now with Losada. That's a beautiful pinpoint pass for Farrugia. Jones in the centre, Maria Farrugia. Went by herself. Alexia Lloyd-Smith was desperate for the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Now it's scooped down this right-hand side and it's Lafayette chasing it down. Very good challenge from Gemma Lawley. Back again, Butler. Eva Butler along the ground for Amy Andrews to try and get a hold of, and puts the ball wide in what has been her best chance and arguably Sheffield United's best chance of the game. Will she be a bit frustrated? Could she potentially have done better there? Eva Butler immediately making an impact though. Got away from Morgan there very nicely. Andrew's first touch was just an inch or 2 behind her. Just meant she couldn't get a boot round it. Devlin will try a somewhat confident strike from range. And it'll touch the halfway line. Here come Bristol City again. Oh, it's still Syme. It's a perfectly little placed layoff. It's 4. 2 goals, a yellow card and an assist for Emily Syme. Maria Ferrugia gets her 3rd goal of the season with a lovely slotted finish. It is domination now for Bristol City today. Well, last time she scored was against Ipswich back on the 9th of November. She scored and assisted that day. She's done it again today. Emily Syme, I mean, what a performance the Robins captain has put in today. Brilliant play, perfect layoff, sharp finish. It's a bit of a rout. And to be fair as well to Maria Ferrugia, with all the travelling she's done, she has kept going with plenty of energy today. Jones picks it up. David Jones almost managed to toe poke her way through there. It's the kind of day that if you're travelling Blades fan, if you're travelling Blades player, you could do with that final whistle being blown. There's Rouse, whose ball is a little bit between Andrews and a little bit out to that left-hand side as well for Ahern. In the end, neither gets it. Jones picks it up. Tries to go on the back again, looking for Ferrugia. Well, actually a million miles away. And Sem's now replied down the right-hand side. Butler chases it superbly. Morgan claims that it wasn't touched by her. Either way, it's a Blades corner kick. She, of course, was on loan at Sheffield United last season. Wales experience in the summer. I mean, we've spoken a lot, haven't we, in the world of the women's game over the last couple of months about some of the injury issues going on. It's absolutely a conversation to have. I mean, hers not necessarily an ACL problem. She's had all kinds of ankle issues over the years, Esther Morgan. Good to see her playing so regularly. Involved in that national setup as well. Lafayette's corner. Can the Blades get a consolation? Claimed easily by Bentley. If they can, it won't be here. Now Harley Bennett can stretch the legs a little bit. Gives the ball away though. Ahern. Jones. Comes back to Vera Jones here. Who again just tries that ball around the back of the defender. It's worked for them a number of times today, Bristol City. Not there. Lafayette. Andrews will chase it. Morgan wins the throw. We mentioned the tricky stretch that Bristol City have got in front of them in terms of fixtures. Although they've dealt with today with aplomb. Before we go into that though, Maria Ferrugia will leave the field with a goal and an assist in the pocket. High fives all the way around to have made it 85 minutes today. With the minutes in the legs has been brilliant, but look at this again from Emily Syme. Just a perfect weight on that pass, a great first touch, a brilliant second. And Ferrugia made it 4, and deserving of those high fives as she makes her way into the dugout. Bristol City's next game, of course, is at home to Crystal Palace. They travel to Nottingham Forest before, in mid-January, heading to Ipswich. We've got Crystal Palace on that Wednesday night, haven't they, as well, the 17th. In terms of Luke Turner's team and how they're going to try and get chances to turn this around a little bit. After what's been a very, I'm sure, deeply disappointing day for them. Host Southampton in a fortnight. And of course we go into a little mini break. They return on the 11th of January. Also at home to Crystal Palace. Should mention Malika Mina was the player who replaced Maria Ferrugia. Arrived in January, came through that Arsenal and Chelsea youth system. Systems, I should say. Kinzet. Andrews tried a little flick there, but won again. Dafoe, Syme. Has she still got time for that hat-trick? Mina will strike it. Gentle enough for the keeper to deal with. Just so brilliant at driving with that ball. Emily Syme. Like Amina, may well be frustrated she didn't properly get a hold of the strike. Sada. Back to Lawley. Good play from Powell to dodge the challenge. Now Syme once more. Tries to spin one in. Again to the halfway line. Lawley under pressure from Andrews. Free kick won. We're hearing there will be 3 added minutes at Ashton Gate. 3 added minutes. Everyone perhaps feeling like 10 or so for the Blades here. And Syme again, she has just not stopped here. Emily Syme still going. Just a little strong on the touch, and she's already been booked here, Syme. And this is going to prove a day that's been very odd for the Bristol City captain. She will get the red card. I don't think she can have any complaints about it either. An assist, 2 goals, 2 bookings, and a suspension ahead for the Bristol City captain. Just too strong of a challenge there, and you simply cannot challenge like that. Charlotte Healy will have the unenviable task of both praising and criticising her captain come the end of the game. It isn't going to affect the result. And Charlotte Healy, well, it's a hug. I think ultimately off the back of that performance, there's not really anything else the manager could say. And to be fair as well, actually, to Emily Syme, she didn't argue it. She didn't battle it. We're now going to just see if Abby Lafayette's okay. 3 minutes of added will likely stretch into a 4th now. And for all the praise of Emily Syme, that was a pretty dodgy challenge. It was a second booking in the end, by the way. Yeah, that's a bad challenge, actually. That's a very bad challenge from Syme. There's a world in which that's not just another yellow card, actually. Well, Charlotte Healy embraced her captain as she made her way off the field. Lafayette seems okay. He is probably not feeling okay right now, Luke Turner. It has been a grim, grim afternoon out west. A run of 5 unbeaten will end pretty comprehensively today. Captain's armband is passed very briefly to Vicky Losada. And the good news is that Abby Lafayette is moving, I think, okay there. Yeah, she seems okay. Ball nodded back into the sky. See Lloyd-Smith just trying to guide it out right. Collected by Lafayette off the field. Waiting to be welcomed back onto it. Lafayette is still waiting to be welcomed back on, which Fabio Rock now does. Last few minutes of this WSL 2 game. And if you don't know the scores elsewhere, then look away now, or at least listen away now, because on the whole, things have very much gone in Bristol City's favour today. Very much. We'll keep you updated with the scores in the Birmingham game and in the Charlton game as well, but needless to say, it will be a fantastic day for Bristol City at this rate. Bit of pressure on Cowan. Devlin extremely deep here. Swings it forward for Andrews to try and chase. She will give chase. She will keep giving chase, and in fact there's a chance here for them to... Oh my word, it's almost an own goal. It was Ahern who chased it down in the end, not Andrews. And then I'm not entirely sure how Gemma Lawley defended that, but she did it successfully. Perhaps damning of Sheffield United's performance today, that's probably their best chance of the game. Here's Lexi Lloyd-Smith, who scored an absolute screamer up against Lafayette. And Lexi Lloyd-Smith is, in the end, not able to grab it hold before it heads out of play. Coming towards the end, surely now, of this game. Asking a lot of Cowan. And that will be that. An incredible game in many ways. A brace for Emily Syme, a red card for Emily Syme, an assist for Emily Syme. An unbelievable goal of the season contender from Lexi Lloyd-Smith. And Maria Ferrugia slotting home beautifully as well. We are going to be talking about that goal from Lexi Lloyd-Smith for a very, very long time. She looks exhausted. But genius can do that to you. They do not look exhausted. Those Robins fans absolutely thrilled, and quite rightly as well. A thumping victory at Ashton Gate, where Birmingham City have lost, Charlton have drawn. The gap at the top has shrunk for automatic promotion. Sheffield United under par in many ways today. Bristol City firing on absolutely all cylinders. They didn't score against Charlton, but outside of that, the other 3 games in the Barclays WSL 2, 4, 7 and 4 scored. When they fancy it, and at the moment they fancy it very often, they are devastating. A fantastic day for Bristol City. One to perhaps try and forget for Sheffield United. But at full time, it is finished. Bristol City 4, Sheffield United 0. Well, we know the scoreline. And actually, at half-time, you would argue the stats were a little bit misleading. They were not at full-time. 24 shots to 8, 7 on target to 2 for Bristol City. Winning a massive percentage of the aerial duels. More tackles won. 17 key passes to 4 as well is a pretty incredible start. And of course, those stats don't tell you the red card for Emily Syme. Now, we mentioned it's been a very good day for Bristol City. And you'll see now why that is the case. Because along with their 4-0 victory, things have gone the right way in that game between Crystal Palace and Birmingham. An absolutely thumping win for Crystal Palace there. And Charlton, although that game's not finished yet, currently 1 apiece with Portsmouth. Nottingham Forest beating a struggling Sunderland, who will drop to second bottom in the Barclays WSL 2. And don't forget, Newcastle United against Southampton can be watched on this YouTube channel, as every single Barclays WSL 2 game can be this season, in a fascinating 7:30 kickoff tomorrow night in the northeast. Well, it is a game that has plenty of highlights in it. And as they have what I'm sure is a lovely conversation, we can take a look at those highlights as well. That is a very happy camp, isn't it? Well, it started with this goal, 4 minutes in. Sheffield United creating their own problems, but then Emily Syme. Absolutely magnificent finish. A really magnificent finish, despite Sheffield United causing their own problems. 4 minutes in, she perhaps didn't know quite how busy a day she would have. This moment came not a million miles after that either. Ball cleared somehow off the line. It was the second big chance of the game for Bristol City. So again, putting the ball in. The second half, Lauren Thomas putting into a dangerous position toward the back post, but O'Rourke could do very little and was furious about it. Very, very angry about it, in fact. There was moments for Sheffield United, there were few and far between. And Bentley almost caused one really by getting a hand to it in the way that she did. But really, these are drops in an otherwise ocean of Bristol City dominance. And this goal, I mean, more than anything tells you that. That is not an accident. That is not luck. That is a stunning, stunning goal from Lexi Lloyd-Smith. It is one you will see again and again on the highlights reels this season. It is a magnificent goal. And from that point on, really, Bristol City were dominant. Rodgers, on that occasion, dealt with it, albeit the communication, I think, could have been a tad better. Awkward touch at the top of the thigh as well. Maria Ferrugia, back from international duty, stood this ball up beautifully for her captain, who got a brace. Brilliant header from Syme. Again, Sheffield United not marking in the way that perhaps they should have done. Lovely header as well, though. Emily Syme, the scorer. Ferrugia found Ingle. Ingle put the ball back into a dangerous position, and sub Vicky, not Vicky Losada, Defour on that occasion curled it wide. So many Bristol City chances, I'm getting them mixed up here. Such was the dominance. Not far wide from Defoe either. Again, one of Sheffield United's best chances of the game. Butler did really well. Andrews just couldn't get around it. Off balance as well, Amy Andrews, who had a quiet afternoon on the whole. And then this drive from Emily Syme. A beautifully weighted through ball. First touch excellent, second touch decisive from Farusha. And that was the fourth for Bristol City. Going forward, they are just so deadly. Then, well, not a good challenge at all, really, from Emily Syme, who'd already been booked. You, on occasion, would have seen that being a straight red as well. But that completed a bonkers afternoon for the Bristol City captain. A brace, an assist, and 2 bookings. Well, there's Lexi Lloyd-Smith, though, of course, we will hear from her, because she was unbelievable today.
This is hilarious. My name is Lexi Lloyd-Smith. I am a forward at Bristol City Women.
Still Jones. Lloyd-Smith makes it 2.
Anytime I think about my background, my upbringing, my journey, it puts a fire in my belly and pushes me to go harder. I've faced so much adversity in my time at football, from playing with the boys and not even the boys passing the ball to me, to being captain of that team a few seasons later, becoming pro and not playing much at my first team, feeling like I wasn't good enough, but then having the best season of my life last season, being young player of the season, golden boot of the season. I feel like just even thinking about what I've overcome pushes me to keep going and go harder. I fell in love with football because my brother was doing it, and I really just wanted to do what my brother was doing at the time, and I wanted to see what all of the hype was about. He was going off every weekend to play for the local team, and I wanted to do the same thing. My mum's been my biggest rock and support throughout my whole career. She tries to come to most games, but any time that she can, she's there with her shirt with my name on the back. Outside of football, if I'm being totally honest, I rest and sleep and watch movies because I'm so shattered from working 24/7 and working really hard at training or games. So genuinely, I do take that rest and recovery very literal, and movies all day if I can. If not that, then probably playing paddle, playing tennis, doing like activities like that with my friends.
Hardy making himself a nuisance. Lexi Lloyd-Smith does it again at St Mary's for Bristol City.
Exciting player, what goes forward, and I love to drive with the ball, dribble with the ball, score goals when I can. The team environment's been phenomenal since pre-season. It's been very exciting. I feel like everyone's on a buzzing feeling at the minute, just because we see how far this team can go and what everyone brings to this team. So it's exciting.
Well, today wasn't quite a remember the name moment for Lexi Lloyd-Smith. We've seen her do brilliant things many times already. But the 22-year-old scored a stunning goal in what was a stunning overall performance from the Robins. Do join us tomorrow night for Newcastle against Southampton on this YouTube channel at Barclays WSL 2. We will bring you every single game, of course, from the league this season. For a full time at Ashton Gate, it has been a brilliant day for Bristol City. It finished Bristol City 4, Sheffield United 0.